You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, hello everyone, I'm Mika the Shadowbeast, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to part 3 of Slay the Princess. Let's just see where we end up today.
If you don't,
I
it will be the
have an
end
idea
of the
on where we're
world.
going, but let's see if we can get there. Let's see. Neptune! I am trying to film. Okay.
Are you serious?
We're going to
No,
deny,
you
and then
have
we're
to
going
do
to
it.
kill her when we get there. I'm sorry about the dog. He is super... Stop! Go lay down! He's upset because I'm in here, and
While I
he's out
appreciate
there.
the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Anyway, we're going to
Nevertheless,
try and look
let me
for
assure
a
you,
nice
the
princess, and then
is
we're going to
locked
go
up
kill her.
because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because
And
she's
if this
locked up.
doesn't work, we'll do something else.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
No, Neptune!
Causality doesn't matter.
Okay,
It's
well,
no
we
use
know
unless,
of his
of course.
blabbering.
Then I guess we'll just
Okay.
have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go
Okay,
talk
blah,
to
blah,
her.
blah.
See how that turns out. You make your way up the short path to the camp. We're not going
Yes.
to go through it. Ignore
Yes,
him.
yes. We know what he says. We saw all this in part 1.
The blade. You take the blade.
Yes, we have the blade. We always have the blade. Deal.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's
Oh,
all part of the
maybe I
manipulation.
fucked it up already.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise.
Oh, shut up.
Good luck,
Wow,
hero.
wow, wow.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist,
Okay, maybe I have to
binding
change
her
my
to the...
She's so
trajectory here.
coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me. How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
I think I know where I'm headed now.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Clickle clackle.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
Yes.
We'll
Okay.
be fine.
Yes, we will be.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the
Okay,
floor.
I know what to do.
You're going to need it.
I know how to do it now. I got it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Oh, too bad Smitten's not here. Yeah, it's pretty
I know.
awkward.
I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
You're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Why?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Oh, that's the same thing she said before.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
Good question.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Nah, but I didn't know you can turn your skeleton into knives. I was hoping you'd tell
Ending
me.
the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I don't know either.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Well, I mean, you kind of do. Otherwise, you know, what can you do?
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
True.
Whoever sent you to slay me was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point.
Yeah.
There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
That's right. But what's that
I
reason?
could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
I don't know what I want to hear.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Yours isn't worth much either. You have no idea what's going on either.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
True, true, true.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Honestly, I don't really trust the narrator.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Well, it can be about both.
Too long.
Oh.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you
How'd
try,
she know?
you'll never get a straight answer out of her. She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
How would I get you
You
out of here?
can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked
Oh,
enough.
have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm going to let you out.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
No, I'm going to let her out.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Nope, but you never know.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She's so nonchalant about it.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
True, true.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Damn it. But we know
You
what's
make your way back to the
gonna be
bottom
there.
of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Yeah, easier for whom?
Easier for everyone.
Are you sure about that? Because last time that didn't work out for us.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Okay.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Okay.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
He can and he will.
Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Oh, please. We've never managed to get out of here alive before. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
I don't think so.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
You know, I think I like this princess the most. She's so
She steps
calm and
forward and
collected.
pries the blade
Like
from
she's
your
got a good
rigid
head on her
hands.
shoulders.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
I hope so.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Oh, good. It's way easier than last time.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
No,
I'm
just
afraid
the
it
beginning.
is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Boom.
I hope it was worth it.
The prisoner. Yes, it was, my man. Yes, it was.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here.
Yep, we know. Okay. We'll just get our asses to the cabin. I don't care anymore.
A warning. She will lie.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
He doesn't really have eyes now, does he?
No, I didn't. Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Oh, of course. Do I take the knife? I probably
The
should.
interior of the cabin is lesser, cozy wood.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We'll take it, just in
You take
case.
the good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
And let's go.
The
I don't know
door
if this
to
is
the
the right
basement
choice,
creaks
but
open,
here we go.
revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
You never know.
You walk down the
Oh,
stairs
yeah, this is the
and
one I was
lock
looking
eyes
for.
with the princess.
Oops.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Possibly.
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
You probably
Have you
have so
noticed
many.
the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Is that for us?
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Yes. Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
The crown to death needs time.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Okay.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Need her trust.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before.
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It always
It's
does.
complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Is it?
A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just
No. Keep talking.
good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary.
So he
even.
does know about it.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic.
It is.
I never said I wasn't.
Oh.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Yeah.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Blah, blah, blah.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
What's that supposed
Just
to mean?
give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
No. We really shouldn't. Okay.
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I don't know if I believe
I
that.
guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Yeah. Who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
She looks so tired.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
It's much shorter than hers, too. I'll come back to that. Intentions.
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Well, she survived worse.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Blah, 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 shut up.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Not particularly. How am I supposed to cut you out?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Oh.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Could be. Okay, I am going to just save it here so I can come back and inspect the chain. I want to trust her.
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me.
I do have it saved, so I can come back.
Extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
I think I am going to give her the knife. I want
Slide
to see
it
what she
over.
does. Yeah, keep me at a distance.
No. Absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Like it did.
I've already tried to take over, buddy.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little.
I'm not. Well, he is. I'm
I think
not.
you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Yeah.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
No.
She's doing that job for us. I'll watch. I want to see how this goes.
Her eyes
disgusting,
stare
but I wanna
forward,
know.
unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches.
Huh.
There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink.
What do I do now?
Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Are
No?
you sure she's not winking at us?
Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased.
You've said
I
that before.
hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
Why don't you want us to do
I
that?
can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
Can we
I'm
though?
just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
I don't know. I'm gonna take her with me.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
She deserves at least
Did
a
you see
proper
that?
burial.
I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not?
She hasn't been before.
Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Let's
you
go.
open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Free a prisoner.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone?
I think so.
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Maybe.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
There goes the head. Okay, so I'm going to save it right here. We're going to load back for just a minute because I need to do this.
That if I were you.
We'll go back to there in a minute.
And why do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Yes.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But
Yeah.
what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
How do we know though?
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity.
This chain is made for someone.
I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
But say it anyway.
Supposed to me. It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Damn!
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
What the
Yes.
fuck?
Huh, so it does.
Oops,
What are we
fuck.
supposed to do now?
Didn't mean to do that.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Ah, we got a princess
That's
with us though.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
And that
Not to
was...
touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Yeah. Did you know this was
No.
gonna happen? I believe that.
Yep. Nope.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
It's a
There
new
must be
perspective
something
though.
we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her
Yes, she
very
is.
existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
Well, I will point out, we all around it, and we did this of our own stupid violations, so it's not really her fault.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
No, you need to explain that a little bit.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
True. I think I like Skeptic the best.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes
fuck
faster
is
now.
happening?
You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
The
That
fuck?
doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
Yeah.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement.
Oh, knife is
Dirt
gone.
seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass,
Damn.
until suddenly, there are no walls. And then...
Oh.
And...
I think he's gone.
The road ended again.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Interesting.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
We'll go back to the other ending in just a minute. I'm gonna finish this one off real quick. But you do not get the chance to respawn, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Don't know. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you're always
But it
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
If you say so. We'll trust you.
Feels
Thank you.
too good to be true.
Just trust me. I've been through this before. You approach the mirror. Silence as he reads forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Ooh, swampy. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Doesn't that make you feel
It
worse?
changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. Seem so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what happens?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Perhaps. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Interesting. Have you figured out what you want when we're finished?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
I'm ready to go
I
back.
will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark. Okay. Bring the prisoner to her, and we are going to go back here. No. That was fucking close. Okay. It's time
She's
to leave
gone.
this memory.
Where did she go? And is that a...
Yes. It's going
It
to be
feels
okay.
so bad.
You're right.
We'll just, do it.
Oh, I
Approach the
don't like-
mill. Don't like the silence. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence, they're gone again. I am still weathered. We are back in the long quiet. At the cabin. Oh, they have a body. That's nice of them.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. All of me is changing.
I guess it's still the same. Let's go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Okay, so no real difference between this one and the last one. Gonna call it good here and start the next episode. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you liked the video and would like to see more, please leave a like and subscribe, and there will be more. Excuse me. I forgot what I was saying. Leave a like and subscribe. Okay, leave a comment if you want. Even if I don't respond, I do read them. I really appreciate them. So thank you guys so much. And I will see you all in the next video. So thank you and good night.